Today's reading of the I Am Her Oracle is for the woman who has lost touch with her confidence, who might be questioning, doubting, insecure, and if that's you, babe, we're here to get that right sized. We're going to do a reading from the Oracle cards, I Am Her Oracle, which is a card deck full of magic for the woman you're becoming, a collection of spells, poems, artwork from my own life, as well as 10 years of supporting my clients through the biggest transformations of their lives. And today we're going in on your confidence, bringing in the ocean medicine, the mermaid medicine, a little bit windy, so the sound maybe, we'll see how it goes. This reading is really about helping you reconnect back to that confidence, whether it's you're feeling just a little bit low, a little bit down, a little bit not yourself, whatever that may be. We're going to find out what's going on, get a reading for you to get a little clarity about how to move forward. Once we have clarity on the reading from the cards, we're going to get into a little sound healing with the tuning forks to help balance out that solar plexus and get you back into your zone of power. So let's go to the cards and see what we got. These are the first draft of the Oracle card deck that I'm creating by hand, and I've been making large pieces of art and writing poems for this since New Year's Day of 2025. We're currently in the very end of June of 2026. And so this project has been, and I mean, I've been writing in my journals almost every single day for 10 years. Writing is such a healing practice for me. It's a practice that really reconnects me back to myself, helps me garden my thoughts, make things a little bit more in alignment with the identity of the woman I want to be. And that's what these cards are for. These are a self-coaching tool to get you back to that position of power, get you back into the feeling of your magic, and get you feeling good. You know, like, we deserve to feel good in this life. And if we're lacking a little bit of confidence, it means we're probably feeling a little insecure, a little uncertain, a little bit, what am I doing here? What's going on? What direction do I go? And you already know that information inside of you. You already have connection to that. We just want to be able to use these as a reflection and a tool for us to continue to grow into the woman of our dreams, become even more magical. So what do we need to know about reconnecting to our confidence, reconnecting to our power center, reconnecting to our core? Let's get 3 cards to start. Okay, all right, It's Just the Beginning is the first card that came out, and this card has been trolling me all week. I do have a design version of this, so let me bring that out in a second. Then we have the storm before the calm, on purpose, the storm before the calm. This came out in last week's reading too. And then Swimming in Aether, one of my favorites. So let me pull out the It's Just the Beginning card so you can see I'm working on making little minis of these, and It's Just the Beginning is a disco ball with some yellow behind it. So this, honestly, right here, this is a card that speaks to the solar plexus 100%, because we're talking about that yellow burst of light, that golden light behind the disco ball that makes it shine so brightly, you know? And when it does, it has all these little mirrors on it that reflect and refract the light. So it spreads the light all around the room. When you're in your power center, when you're in your core, when you are in your complete zone of genius, you're right here and you're in that part of your body and you're turned on and you're magnetic and you're glowing, it lights up everyone around you. And we know that this is where we can be. We know this is where we ultimately want to be, but there's a little bit of like block to getting there. And this experience of can I trust myself? Can I trust my power, my glamour, my glitter, right? Can I trust that if I shine myself so brightly that it'll be well received, or that it will be accepted, or that it will be rewarded, or will be at least admired? A lot of the times we want to just be admired when we're in our confidence. We want to be like reflected that, wow, you're really in your zone, you're really in your magic, you're really in your pocket. Sometimes we just really want other people to reflect that back to us. We don't want to have to be the one to always tell ourselves. So the reminder of It's Just the Beginning is really what it comes down to is, in the beginning, you want to have as much confidence as you possibly can, but you're not going to have a lot. You're just not going to have a lot. In the beginning, you don't know what the hell you're doing. And so the experience becomes about, we don't even know what's going to happen in this story yet. We haven't met all the characters. We don't know where the plot thickens. We don't understand how this is going to move forward yet. That's okay. It's just the beginning. The story is about to get really good. And the fear and the insecurity that you have about not wanting to mess it up, or not wanting to get it wrong, or worried about where it's going to go or how it's going to take you there gets in the way of the mystery and the awe and the excitement, anticipation that comes in the beginning, right? It's what keeps us hooked into the story. It's what makes us want to keep reading. It's what keeps us going in the conversation. And so it's just the beginning. We have to remember, like, the last line of this card's poem in the guidebook is, the story is just about to get really good. And that's what keeps us in that place of like keeping to keep going. Now the other two cards, and one just flipped over in the wind, so we'll take that one too. The storm before the calm is a reminder that it's not necessarily the calm before the storm where things get quiet and settle down and you know something's coming. Sometimes a storm comes out of nowhere and catches you off guard and creates chaos in your life, whether that's something unexpected. Maybe that's the root of your insecurity right now, is that something has come in unexpected and created some storm in your life, some uncertainty, some unsettledness, some ungroundedness, some just confusion about where you're going. And in that storm, you're getting caught up in all of it, not realizing that the only way to get to the calm after the storm, because the calm is not before the storm. I don't know what kind of storms you guys are doing. When a storm's brewing, it's coming in hot, okay? I live at the beach. When the ocean here today is like a little bit more volatile than usual. The wind is blowing, I'm sure you can hear it. And this experience of like, when a storm's coming in, it's not calm. I don't know about that. I've never experienced it that way. It's calm after a storm, after the thunder and lightning, after all of the downpour of rain. It feels calm. Why? Because we feel cleansed by that energy, because we feel refreshed by that energy, because we've exhausted ourselves through that energy, and now we have the opportunity to settle into the calm, right? We've expended out all of the parts of us that are not feeling capable, confident. It's like the tantrum that you throw as a toddler, or in my case, like I threw tantrums up and until my 20s. I feel so good after exhausting it and letting it all out. But that storm that comes in that creates a little bit of that chaos may not feel so good while it's happening. You just have to remember that there's going to be calm on the other side. And you're gonna feel that solid centeredness, groundedness on the other side. You just have to stick with it, okay? Now, the third card that came through is swimming in ether. Now, this card is really a very, very, very beautiful reminder that what is ether? Ether is the ocean of clear light that all waves travel through. Ether is the field of infinite potential. Ether is the akasha. Ether is the quantum field. Ether is the fabric of the universe. Ether is the thing that all things manifest out of. The nothingness, quote unquote, that all things manifest out of. Ether is the creator. Ether is God. Ether is consciousness. We can think about it from any which one of those ways that resonates most with you, but you have to remember that you are constantly swimming in it. Not only are you swimming in it, honestly, you're drowning in it. You could not separate yourself from this if you tried. You cannot separate yourself from the fabric of consciousness. You cannot separate yourself from the field of infinite potential. You cannot separate yourself from God. You are one with it. It is constantly with us, all around us, through us. It is everywhere. It is pervasive. It is constant. It is chronic. And when you get this reminder that you're swimming in ether, it means that you can create anything that you want. You can step into any version of yourself that you want. She exists out there. Whatever that thing that you're working towards, that big, fat, crazy dream, that thing that you're not quite sure about, but you've always wanted to do, the part of you that's like, is this possible for me? Can I have this? Can I do this? It's all right here at your fingertips. It's really like right here in your mind. It's right here at your fingertips. It's underneath your nose. All you have to do is speak it into existence, visualize it, see it, and soon out of the ether, this version of you, this more confident, this more grounded, this more expansive version of you is going to be born. She has to. The fourth card that came through was completely Unravel. Now, this really goes pretty well with the storm before the calm, because how often do we resist a storm? How often do we not want to go to that place that makes us feel completely vulnerable, completely unraveled, completely just in our low point, right? In a puddle, in a soup, in the feeling of like, if I really let all of this emotion go, if I really let myself go there, I am going to unravel, and you're somewhere in your body, your mind, your consciousness, you think that means you're gonna die. You think you're gonna die, that if you unravel, you're going to die. And you're not, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna unwind all of that tension that is bound to your ego. And by being able to drop that, you are going to be able to step in the next version of yourself. This card could also be seen as a reminder to get into your body and to do your fascia work, to unwind that tension in every inch of you. The image on this card is actually a womb and a woman falling out upside down as the womb is bleeding out. And it's this unraveling of all that we're holding, this unraveling of this fertile space where life can be born, and just, you know, pregnancy didn't happen and it's bleeding out, and we have to just let it go, because we can't hold on to the old, because it would become toxic to our bodies. And there's nothing, it just is a cycle. It sheds, it completely unravels, and then we get back to the state of fertility again. And so it's the same thing as a calm before the storm in a different way. It's a reminder to get back into the body and allow that to unravel. The storm before the calm is more about the emotional unraveling, but guess what? The body will unravel all of those emotions as well. You just have to trust it. You just have to trust it. So when it comes to our confidence, what's a way that we can build into that next iteration, a practice, an idea, a cue, a reminder to get back to that state of feeling in our power, feeling in our zone of genius, feeling in our solar plexus that we are stepping in to that version, we are embodying it, we are fully there. Like, how will we know, or what's a good way to remind us to get back there? The instructions are clear. Okay, so this was also in last week's reading. So the storm before the calm, the instructions are clear. This is a repeat message. If you did not see last week's about the instructions are clear, go back and watch that, because clearly we are not getting them yet. They're being given to us, they are being presented to us, but we're not hearing them yet, because if we were, we wouldn't necessarily get the same two cards again, the storm before the calm and the instructions are clear. We need to get back to that state of listening. We need to get back to that state of receptivity, because the instructions are clear. I'll remind you that what I said last time was that the instructions are rarely given all at once. When it comes to our intuitive channel, they're rarely given all at once. They are given as one step that you need to take and trust that it is going to take you to the next, and that when you remain open and you're actively listening and you're receptive to what's coming in, then you're going to be able to get to the end destination. But don't expect it to all come at once, and don't expect that you're going to have all the confidence and know everything that you need to do to get to that end goal. You have to take one at a time, and you have to trust, okay? Now, give me one more about what this thing is that we're stepping into. New timeline. Okay, perfect. So new timeline, this one's obvious. That if we do this, right? If we go into that place where, what was the first card we had? I have to go back. It's just the beginning. So it's just the beginning is the reminder that you're just getting started. Stick with it. You don't know all that's coming yet. You're not sure what's coming yet. In the beginning, you're not going to know what the hell you're doing. That's okay. The storm before the calm was like, and the completely unravel cards were all about a reminder. You know, when I see it in context to new timeline, it means like you can't take the old stuff with you into the new. You're going to have to shed that and let it go completely. You cannot take it. That storm needs to cleanse you of the old. That unraveling is letting go of all the stuff you no longer need. That does not need to come with you into this next version of you. Then we have the swimming in ether is the reminder that you can create anything you want, that all possibilities are available to you at any given time. You are not separate from God and from consciousness. You are completely engulfed in it. You're swimming in ether. And then we had the instructions are clear, which was all about opening that intuitive channel to listen, to receive, to take one step at a time, and then you're gonna get on the new timeline. Couldn't pick a better card, just if I tried. So this build of confidence, when I bring it back to that, when I think about our sacral chakra, how are we going to build the confidence, or sorry, not our sacral chakra, in our solar plexus chakra, how do we build the confidence to get ourselves back, our inner sun, right? I'm sitting, the sun's over here, it's coming down on me. This power center of our body, this is where our confidence comes from. And when we are like just gunked up here, it creates all sorts of disconnect between the lower chakras and the upper ones. It really is like this experience that we need to open this energy up to shine out, just like the disco ball on It's Just the Beginning, because that's where, when we radiate out from our center, people feel that, and it magnetizes people to us. That confidence becomes contagious. And confidence is actually like, is that really what we want? Or do we want authenticity? Do we want to be fully expressed as ourselves and feel comfortable in that? There's a difference between confidence, which can sometimes feel like this big, like, I have to like puff up to protect myself confidence sometimes, versus comfortable in who you are and in your authenticity is a slightly different thing. We get the opportunity to feel and experience a more relaxed, authentic version of ourselves. And that's what we want on this new timeline. I don't know about you, but that's what I want on this new timeline. So the instructions are clear. I'm gonna repeat that one because they are. The instructions are clear. Listen, tune in, and follow them. Follow the first one that you get. You don't need 17 others, you just need one. Now we're gonna go into a little bit of sound healing with the tuning forks, and I want you to really take a second to take a breath, get settled in your space. If you're watching this and you're moving around and you're doing stuff, let's take a pause and start to settle into ourselves to get focused inward. So whether that's sitting down or laying down, we're gonna get really present here with the tuning forks and have a listen to reflect what's going on in the sacral where we may or may not be fully open. So first we're just gonna take a listen. We're going to see how it's sounding, how it's feeling, and then we will make any adjustments that we need. So I'm out here on the beach, the wind is blowing. I think it might be blocked a little bit from my microphone, but we're going to find out if that actually, how this actually sounds. Just know that either way, we're all swimming in ether. We are fully connected through the etheric field, and that whether you're hearing this super well or not, the sound healing is still making its way to you by saying, yes, I receive, and participating now. So let's get a just a read on what we're hearing so far. A little buzzy, but quiet. So that could be anxiety. That could be a little bit of, oh my God, what that one was very clear to me is like this, I need to act immediately. I need to take action fast. I'm anxious, I'm wound up. I have to do something before I have to go now, rather than actually taking the exhale to relax and checking in first. That anxiety, that wound up tension, sometimes when it lives in the bottom of our diaphragm, it tightens up the breath down here and makes the breath come all tight. So it's up in the chest. And when that happens, we start to not be able to think as clearly. We literally become more focused in on things. Our peripheral vision like no longer is available to us, and we're just kind of in this like hypersensitive, like focused, anxious state. And that's no good for the solar plexus, right? We want it to be relaxed, open, comfortable in our confidence, not so anxious and fearful. Take a nice big full breath in for me. Feel it fill up that diaphragm, that solar plexus area with nice, warm, golden light. Exhale nice and full. Whew. There we go. That's much louder, much brighter, much clearer. Right before this one, I felt a pop come out of the spot between my throat and my heart. Something opened up there, a link in the chain, broke free. Oh yeah, this didn't take long at all. Honestly, guys, we're doing a mini tuning today because this just busted right open. I don't need to do much more work here. That solar plexus became loud and clear. You can hear it. You can hear it. You can tell. You can tell the difference between those first few strikes of the fork and this one, how much brighter it is, how much louder it is, how much longer it lasts, how much just generally like bright and sunny, you know? Yes, I'm on the beach in the sun, but there's also this bright, sunny sound to the fork too. There it is, consistent, strong, powerful, right? Ringing true to how we want to sound, right? That muffled, anxious sound we saw in the beginning, as soon as we named it and as soon as we reminded ourselves to breathe into it, to relax into the breath, the brightness opened up. Let's get one more like this. Nice and big and full and bright. Strong, powerful, confident. A little bit of loosening across the chest and shoulders. Let's do the 144 too. I know this is going to be a short tuning because it doesn't take much to get you back into that healthy flow. And this one immediately, I just got the sensation of now that the solar plexus is open, let's root it down. Drop into the sacral, drop into the root, and root it down into the earth. Create that strong, solid foundation from which we can move from, right? Oftentimes when people get stuck on something, when they're feeling stuck, when they're feeling not so confident in themselves, sometimes the problem is a little bit lower. Sometimes the problem is in the hips. Sometimes the problem is in the knees, right? We get stuck at the knees or we get stuck at the feet. And we might think that the problem is the solar plexus because I'm feeling like I'm lacking confidence or I'm feeling like I can't move forward. But really what it is the stuckness is at your knees and at your feet in your biofield. And so oh yeah, there we go. Much louder, brighter, clearer. Once we've rooted down and the energy can flow in that downward channel, and then the energy comes in from our heads all through down and roots into the earth, circles back up and around and through. And the same way, up out of the earth, up and out and around. We want a healthy flow in both directions. Grounded confidence, rooted confidence. Something that you can make to reality. Yes, there we go. That one agrees. Powerful. The way these tuning forks work, if you're new to this or you're just like, what is she talking about? The tuning forks are a mirror of our biofields, the energetic field around our body that's generated by our heart. Our heart creates an electrical field, and anything with an electrical field also has a magnetic field. And in this biofield is where all of our memories and emotions are stored. It's like our cloud storage for our humanness. And using the tuning forks, we can move through the biofield, which is made up of plasma, to reflect to us places, emotions, sounds, feelings, experiences, places in the field that have a little bit of stuck energy. And when we're tuning into the collective like this, it's more of a broad, stroke of the curve of everybody who's participating, who's ever listened to this, whoever will listen to this, and who's present, along with me. It's a collective experience. So you may notice some sensations in your body. You will notice how the sound feels and how it sounds to you, like creates some either discomfort in the body or some release in the body. And just know that this isn't actually working on your body. It's working on your field, right? Your field, which is the thing that is the organizing intelligence of the body. So it's not uncommon to notice like some, like you need to shake some stuff out, or you're like forced into a deep breath, or you just notice some changes in temperature or something shifting and moving in your subtle energy that is like, okay, that's different. I'm not sure why. And when we make these adjustments in the field, right, that one really hit us right there. Strong, powerful, confident, fire, like I'm ready, let's go. When we make those adjustments in the field, everything around us can rearrange and recalibrate to that. And with this type of confidence that we're working in right here and right now, in the next couple of days after watching this, just notice, do I feel more confident? Do I feel more clear? Am I able to move forward in these places that maybe I wasn't as much before? Am I willing to do it scared? Am I willing to do it when it's, oh yeah, there it is, baby, nice and loud? Am I willing to do it in the beginning when I still don't know what the hell I'm doing? Am I willing to try anyway? Am I willing to show up for myself and just fuck around and find out? Because you know what? We never really know for sure. And we have to trust our gut. We have to trust our instinct. We have to trust that if we take that first next best step, that the next one's going to show after that. And the next one's going to show after that. And the next one's going to show after that. And then eventually, yes, there it is. We get to the place where we know this is for me. This is meant to be. This is who I want to be. This is the woman I've been working at, and I can face it. I can do it. I can tackle it. I can get there. I know what to do. I know how to move forward. Even if it's just one step. Even if it's just one step. All right, we are going to wrap this up. We've got the jets coming in. We have a lot of military bases here, and we have a lot of jet noise. So we're gonna get a little bit of jet noise right now as part of this experience. But we're gonna just wrap it up, seal up our fields, seal up the intention to let this adjustments and these recalibrations integrate. A big healing bubble around you. And after you've watched this, and after you've let it digest a little bit, and after you've let it sink in, I want you to make sure that you get outside and that you put your bare feet on the earth, that you get some sun on your face, that you get some fresh air, go for a walk, do something to really ground in your physical body. When we're working in our etheric bodies and our energy bodies, we're still humans and we're still in the physical plane. So we need this reconnection to the earth to be able to really keep this energy flowing, nurturing, replenishing, regenerative, all of that. So get outside, make sure you drink some good water, get in the ocean, go for a walk in the woods, hang out on your back deck, whatever. Integrate with nature, hang out with nature, and just let that soak up and be a part of your healing. Another little release there through a mini burp. Sorry, excuse me, it's part of the work. That's how we know things are moving, honestly, so it's working. All right, ladies, that's your confidence boost for the day. A little pep talk, tuning, oracle card reading. If you liked this, if you enjoyed it, I would love to have you comment below. Let me know what stood out for you, what area of your life you're building that confidence in, what just the beginning is. By dropping a comment below, letting us know how it sat in, how it resonated for you, it really helps, one, grow the channel so more women can get access to this magic, but two, be able for you to claim it with your own words. Remember I said earlier, the way that when we're swimming in ether that we create is by speaking through our words, by visualizing through our third eye, and by feeling it in our bodies, letting that feeling and energy come in. And so speaking it with your words by typing it out in the comments lets the universe know you're claiming it, lets you know you're claiming it, lets you get really solid with what you want in your words. And if you have any questions or any concerns about where your confidence is still a little bit stuck, drop a comment below. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to respond. I see every comment. I reply to every comment. And I'm getting excited as I'm building this channel out to be more interactive and more beneficial for you. Like I said, these are self-coaching tools. I'm here as your guide. I'm here to offer some reflections, some insights, and some sound, but really you are your own best oracle, babe. The I Am Her Oracle is built around you and your magic. So share this with a friend, comment below, like the video, and make sure you're subscribed if you want more weekly readings and tunings. I'm Kimberly, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Now it's time for me to go be a mermaid.